Hey, good morning everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. This is Poonam Avasthi, your SST teacher. Today is revision class of life in the rural areas. In this today we are going to revise land revenue systems. As per your doubts, we are going to revise all these three systems which we have studied in the chapter: permanent settlement system, Rayatwari system, Mehalwari system. Okay, so watch carefully, and in case of any further doubt, feel free to contact me in the comment box. Fine. So here we go with the concept land revenue systems. Today we are going to revise land revenue system from the lesson life in the rural areas. In this we are going to talk about life in the Indian villages in pre-colonial time as well as in the post-colonial time. That is, before the British came to India and after the British came to India. First of all, understand, before the British came to India, the villages were self-sufficient units. It means whatever was needed by the people produced in the village itself. The revenue was directly paid to the king in kind. It means the revenue was not paid in cash, it was paid in kind, in material form. Clear? Farmers were the owners of the land, and if in any case farmers failed to pay revenue due to crop failure or any other reason, the king would be kind enough to reduce the land revenue or cancel it altogether. Now see, after the British came to India, things started to change in the Indian villages. Land revenue now started paid up in cash. No exemption, no relaxation was given in any case. Agents were made by the British to collect the revenue. At some places, revenue was fixed. For others, it was revised periodically. Okay. We must remember here that the British came to India as traders. Their ultimate aim was profit maximization. That was the objective of the British East India Company. Now, in order to earn money, they needed to collect as much revenue as possible. Why did they need this money? Now understand the reasons. They needed money in India to purchase goods from here and sell it in the European markets. They needed the money to run the entire administration of the country effectively, to maintain a large standing army, to conquer territories in India as well as abroad. Hence, it is now much evident that they were fighting continuous wars in India as well as abroad. Hence, it was essential now that British collect the revenue in time. Yes or no? So, stable, timely collection of revenue was essential. In order to earn a stable income through land revenue, Warren Hastings came up with the policy. He gave right to collect revenue to those people who claimed or offered to collect the maximum revenue. It means the right to collect revenue was auctioned or given to the highest bidder. But in most cases, the amount offered by a particular person at the time of bid was more than what the land could actually produce. Hence, the company's agenda to gain regular income was not fulfilled, and since the amount varied from one year to the other, the company's income was also not fixed. So, for regular, stable source of income, the British now came up with three revenue policies. One, permanent settlement system. Second, Mahalwari system. And the third was Rayatwari system. Now, we are going to revise one by one all these three. The permanent settlement system was devised by Lord Cornwallis in the year 1793, and in which regions? In the regions of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. According to this policy, revenue was fixed. High revenue as well as revenue was fixed, which needs to be collected by local zamindars. And if the zamindars fail to pay the fixed amount in a particular time, then as a punishment their zamindari rights would be taken away from them and land would be given to other zamindars. This system proved to be advantageous to the company. Why? Because it guaranteed fixed and regular hassle-free income to the company. The company officials even did not have to go to collect it from each peasant. It also created a new loyal group of people for the company. Peasants under this system got all the sufferings. How? They had to pay high revenue. Revenues were fixed. In case of even at the time of crop failure, peasants were forced to pay the revenue. Because of this, they had to borrow money from the money lender as the revenues were fixed at that time. Okay, so I hope that permanent settlement system is clear now. Now moving towards the next system, understand in certain parts of India such as Western Uttar Pradesh, parts of Madhya Pradesh and Punjab, a new system of land revenue was introduced by Lord William Bentinck, that is Mahalwari system. It was devised in the year 1833. In this system, land was owned by a group of people called Mahals, and every Mahal would have a headman. The task of this collection of revenue was given to the headman. Revenues here was revised periodically. It means revenue was not fixed. So here we see the difference between the permanent settlement system and the Mahalwari system. Yes, in permanent settlement system, revenue was fixed. Here in Mahalwari system, revenue was revised periodically. Okay. Now see the next. In parts of Madras and Bombay presidencies, another land revenue system was implemented, which was formulated by Sir Thomas Munro. It was called Rayotwari system, which was introduced in 1820. In this, company would directly collect revenue from ryots or peasants. So these peasants or ryots, they would own the land. Okay, so here also the owners were the peasants themselves. But as long as they pay the revenue on time. Here the revenues were fixed as per the fertility of the soil. Okay, now quickly revise all these three with me. Permanent settlement system. So it was devised by Lord Cornwallis. The regions were Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. Tax collection was done by, revenue collection was done by zamindars, and the landowners here were zamindars. And in Mahalwari system, it was devised by Lord William Bentinck, and the regions were Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Madhya Pradesh. Here the revenue collection was done by village headmen and landowners were peasants. And if we talk about Rayotwari system, so it was devised by Sir Thomas Munro, and the regions were Madras and Bombay presidencies. Tax collection, revenue collection was done by company itself. Okay, and landowners here were also peasants. So I hope till now you must have understood all these land revenue systems. So all of your doubts may have cleared till now. In case of any further doubt, please feel free to drop your message in the comment box. This is it in the concept. Thank you so much for watching. Keep watching, keep learning.